Guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you all how to crochet a rasta top. So these are my essential tools that I'll need to be working on: my needle, my scissors, my crochet hook, then followed by my yarns. So this top I'm going to be working on is going to be a rasta top. So I'm going to begin with the black yarn, then followed by the other colors. You guys, you know the rasta dress is made up of the black, green, red, yellow. So I'll begin with this black. The first thing I'm going to crochet is a elastic coat. So I'll make a small elastic coat. I always like to make my elastic coat very tiny this way, because it's going to play the part of the chain. So when I make it this way, it will be expanding, but if I make it in the way of a chain, it's not going to be expanding. So guys, so this my a small elastic coat, just like the chain. So you see, as I'm doing the crochet, when I crochet like this, then I turn this other way and I put my needle in between these holes inside, then I go, I turn, I go. You see, there's a hole here. That's where I'm putting my crochet hook. See, that's what I'm having. Chain I put inside. So guys, see you on the other end. So guys, here is my coat. So I'm going to do the measurement and we see how many centimeters I'm having all together. So this is the coat here. I'll do the measurement, then I'm going to tell you exactly how many centimeters I'm having. So here I go. I'm having 81 centimeters. I'm having 81 centimeters. So from my second stage, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be working on half crochets on top of the I'm going to work on half crochet. So from here I'll begin with a chain, make a chain, then I move to this hole and I do half crochet to this hole, half crochet. So on this my first row that I'm going to work on top of it, I'm going to work on half crochets. From this side, see, I reach the other end. So half crochet, half crochet. So my first row is my small elastic coat. So my second row is a half crochet. So guys, see you all on the other end. So guys, I'm almost on this stage with my half stitches. So when I finish this row, the next row I'm going to be working on, I'm going to work on a double stitch. So here I go. So right now I'm going to move to the next row. My next row is double stitch. So I'll begin from here with double stitch, with the double stitch. See, I reach the other end. So the first row is half stitch, second row is double stitch, and that's how my work is going to be. When I work on one row half stitch, the next row I work on, it's going to be a double stitch. Then each color is going to have four lines. Each color with this black, I'll work on 4 lines. Then when I change it, I go to yellow, 4 lines, red, 4 lines, green, 4 lines. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, I'm almost on the end of this row. This is my row 4 that I'm working on right now. So from this, after this row, I'm going to change my yarn. Remember, I'm working on my Rasta dress, so I'm going to be using different colors to make it colorful. So here I go. So from here I'm going to cut my yarn. I'm going to cut my yarn. So I cut my yarn, then I'm going to change it. The next color that I'm going to be using, it's going to be the yellow color. So this is the next color that I'm going to work on. So I'll start from here, pass my needle through, my crochet needle through. I'm going to make a chain, make a chain to chain. Then this row I'm going to work on half crochets. Still so from here, see, I reach the other end. So this yarn is the yarn that I was supposed to close inside with the needle, because I don't want yarns beside to be training, because the back of the dress is going to be open, so I want to close the yarns already directly inside. So I'm just going to be closing them inside right now as I go. If not, if it's when I want to close the corners of my crochet dress, I leave the yarns there so that when I'm closing I can use the yarn to close. But if as I'm putting it now, it's because I don't need any yarn beside to train. So this row I'm going to work on half crochets. So see you on the other end, guys, of my row. So guys, I'm almost coming to the end of this row with my yellow yarn. So when I finish this row, my second row of the yellow, it's going to be double crochet. So this I'm going to continue my work, and I'll be working each row. When I change yarn, I have to work on 4 rows of the same yarn, each row 4 rows of the same yarn. So I'm going to work on double crochets on the next row. So I have to make 3 chain. Then I turn my work this way. So I start my first double crochet here, and I'm going. So the whole of the second row of the yellow, it's going to be with double crochet till I reach the other end. So you can see what I'm having. So this part like this is going to be in front, and this other one is going to be the inner section. That's why I'm making half crochet and double crochet to make it look beautiful. So guys, see you on the other end. So guys, you can see I'm almost and at the end of my second row of my yellow yarn. From this second row, I'll move to the third row, which the third row is going to be with half crochet. Once more, then the fourth row of the yellow will be double crochet. So here I go, you can see. So now I'm going to move to the next row. The third row of the yellow, it's going to be with the half crochet. So I'm going to make 2 chain, then I'm going to turn my work this way, then I'm going to work with half crochets from here to the other end. So guys, see you on the other end. Just have to put it in mind is you do half crochet, double crochet, half crochet, double crochet each row. That's how I'm working. So see you when I'm completing the fourth row of my yellow yarn. So right now guys, I'm on my fourth row of my yellow, and I'm almost coming to the end. So when I arrive this end guys, I'm going to change the yarn, and now I'm going to move to the next color. The next color that is going to follow is green. So after green is going to be red. So there's just one thing I want you to note, because I'll not like to take much of your time explaining this one and the same thing. So you just have to put it in mind that you have to, each row of the each color you have 4 rows, each color you have 4 rows, which is the half crochet and the double crochet each row. So when I complete this line, when I complete this row now, I'll only show you the work again when I'm on the stage to create the hands toward the neck on the chest section. That's why, because I don't want to take much of your time explaining one and the same thing over and over. So you work on half crochet one row, double crochet the next row, and each color it's 4, each color is 4 row, each color 4 row. That's 1 2 3 4, that's it. So you can see, so you just have to make sure that these sides are going up straight. You don't enlarge it or you don't reduce them. So right now I'm going to change my yarn, and I'll move to the green color. I move to the green color. So this is the green color, as I've just finished this row with double crochet. So this, I'll begin my green with half crochet. So I pass my crochet on the sides always, so that it should be going up straight. So I'm going to work on half crochet on this row. So this is my yarns here, I'm going to put them inside at once. So this is how I'll do. So guys, see you all when I'm on the chest section. Then I'm going to show you what next that I'm going to do with my work. So see you there, guys. So I should not take much of your time. Please, guys, if you have watched up to this stage, don't forget to press a like, comment, and subscribe on my channel. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, from this stage, after this, my fourth roll of my red yarn, so I'm going to move back to black, because these are already all my Rasta colors that I have to work on this top. So when I finish with this roll, I'm going to come back and I start with a black yarn, and I'll work with the black yarn the first 2 rows. Then on the third row, I'll start to do my reduction of the chest section. So here I go. So you can see. So here is my work so far. Here is my work, my top that I've gone. You see, these are my Rasta colors all together. You can see how beautiful they look. So right now I'm going to cut my yarn. Then I'm going to move next to black back. So on the black yarn, the first 2, when I finish the first 2 rows, I'm going to begin to do the reduction, and that the part that I'm going to be reducing, that's going to be on the chest section. So this my black, I've come back with my black. So this row I'm going to work on half stitches, and I'm going to hide my yarn inside, because these sides, actually this side, I don't want any yarn to be there. So that's why I'm doing this. But if you are working on your own, if you like, you can leave the yarns beside, and when you finish, you can use your needle to put them inside. But to me, I think this is more easy, because I'm just doing it at once. It will not give me double work. Can see. So that's how I keep on going on this row with my half stitches. See I reach the other end. See you all on the other end, guys. So guys, I'm almost here. I'm almost on this end. So after this, I'll be going to the next row of my black yarn. Here I go, my last stitch. Then I'm going to make a chain. I'm going to make 3 chain, then I turn my work, because this row I'm going to be working on double crochet. So I'm going to work on double crochet on this row. So guys, see you on the other end. So guys, I'm on this other end of my second row of the black yarn. So when I'm going to cut my yarn this way, I'm going to begin to work on the chest section. So I'll show you guys exactly how I'm going to manage with my work, so that I can also follow the steps. So that's my last, and I cut my yarn here. So this is my work. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to put it together like this, and make sure this section. So guys, let me measure the work and you see exactly how many centimeters I'm having. So I have 15 centimeters. So the next thing is I'll need my stitch markers. My stitch markers, I'm going to do the reduction of each side. This side, it's where the armpit will be. The armpit will be here and there. So I'm going to do my reduction each side of 4 centimeters. So 4 centimeters, and I'll put my stitch marker, and I come to this other section and I'm going to do the same. That's 4 centimeters there, and I put my stitch marker. So I'm going to concentrate now to be working from this stage to this stage. So the first stage I will work on one side this way, then I go up with it, I come back and I work with this other side, then after I'll turn my work the other way. So where's my yarn? Here is my yarn. Here is my yarn. So let me begin from here. Going to work from here, and as I'm going to be working now, I'm going to be doing some reduction. I'm going to be doing my reduction because I want my work to go up like that. The chest section, it's going to go up like a V. So as I work, I'm going to be doing reduction, and my reduction, I'm going to be doing it just on the second rows, on the rows with double crochet. So this row I'm working on single crochet, so I'm working on half crochet here, so I'm not going to do any reduction here. So see you all on the other side, guys. So I'm almost there. 2 more crochet, 2 more half crochet, then I'm going to turn my work the other side. So this other way I'm going to work on double crochet. So on this row, when I reach where my stitch marker is, I'm going to reduce my first stitch, because all my stitches I'm going to do my reduction only on top of double crochets, because it's always very easy to reduce when you are doing double crochet than half. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, here I'm almost closer to my stitch marker. So here I'm going to do my first reduction. So that's how I do. Then I come back here and I reduce these 3, then that's one reduction that I've done directly. Then here I'm going to put a single stitch. Then I'm going to cut my yarn, because right now I'm having 4 rows, and remember I'm working on 4 rows. So I cut my yarn here. Then I'll move next to the yellow yarn. So here is my yellow yarn. I'm going to pass it as usual, pass it like that. So that yarn, that black yarn, I'm going to put it there, and I'll close it, because all my yarns, I want them to be inside. I don't want anything to train around. So I'll begin my first half stitch here and closing it. So my yarn under, sorry, so this row is half stitches. So see you all on the other side, guys. So guys, I'm on this other side. So when I finish this row, the next row on top, I'm going to work on double crochets. So on this row, when I reach the section of the stitch marker, that's when I'm going to do my reduction. I'm going to reduce one double stitch, so you just have to put it in mind that as I'm working and going up, I'm doing my reduction only when I'm working on a double stitch. I don't reduce when I'm on half stitch. So here I'm going to do reduction. I'm going to reduce 1 stitch here, then my last stitch here, then I do 2 chain. So you can see how my work is going up. It's going up this way, so the sides are going to, the 2 sides, when I work on this side and I work on this side, the work is going to be like a V, in a V form. So guys, I move to this row. I'm working on half crochet. So see you all on the other side, guys. So guys, I'm here with my double crochets. So I'm going to do my reduction here, then my last stitch, then I'm going to cut the yarn, and I change the color. So I'm going to move next to green. Next row up, I'm going to move to green. So here is my green yarn. I turn my work this way. I pass my hook this way. So this is my yarn. and I make 2 chain, because on this row I'm going to be working on half crochet. Sorry. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, I'm on this side with my green yarn now, finishing my roll of my first roll with the green with half crochet. Then I move to the second row with double crochet. So this second row, when I reach this other end there of the green, I'm going to do another reduction. So guys, you take note, because when I finish with this section and the other side, the other half side, I have to do just the same thing the way I'm doing here. So you have to pay close attention. So I'm going to do my reduction here. Then I put my last stitch. So here I go. So you can see my work. See how it's going. The side is going slim up. So I continue. So this row, it's half crochets that I'm working on. So see you all on the other side, guys. So guys, I move next to my next row. So on this row, now I'm working on red. So after I finish red, I'm going to work on the black, and that will be my last row. So begin from here, I half stitch, because the other row I just finished with the green, it was double stitches. So right now here I'm going to go with the half stitch. See you all on the other side, guys. So guys, I'm almost here. This is my last row of the red. So after I finish with this, I'm going to do reduction here. After this row, the last and not the least color that I'm going to work on is going to be the black color. Then when I finish with the black color, I'm going to go on the other section there, and I'll work on the other section just the same as I've worked on this side. So as you can see, here is my black yarn. So this row, it's half crochet. So here I go, and I come back to my second row on top with double crochets. So here I do my reduction, then my last stitch. So my third row, of the black yarn. And this is my last row of the black, the last and not the least. Then from this row I'm going to go back on the other section, and I'm going to work just exactly how I've worked on this side. Then after that I'll work on the back part, then I'll do the finishing of the work. So my last reduction, then my last double stitch, then I'm going to cut my yarn, then I'm going to show you what I'm having. So you can see that's what I'm having. So I'm going to come on this other section here, and I'm going to work just exactly. I'm going to work from here, and I'll go up exactly like I've done here. So that's how my work will go slim here, up like that. So where's my black thread? This is my black yarn. This is my black yarn. So I'm going to begin from here. Then I'll go up with my work. So see you all on the other side, guys. See you all on the other side. When I finish this end, I'll put these two sides together, then you see exactly what is going to form. See you all on the other end. Okay guys, so right now I've already worked on the second section. So now I'm working on the third row of the yarn. So when I finish now this final roll up, then I'll show you guys how my work is going to be like. So from this other section now, and I'll turn my work and I'll work on the frontal section. So this is my last row here. So here I go, and I'm going to cut the yarn with my scissors. Then I put my work, and you all see what I'm having now. So this the back section, you can see all the sides as they are going up. So now I'm going to come back on the frontal section. I'm going to come back on this other section here. On this section, I'm going to work on up. So I'll start from here. And this my stitch marker. Let me put my work well before I put my stitch marker. So the other stitch marker, I'm going to put it here, so that I should know when I'm working and I'm reaching there, I should know that I'm on the end. So I'm going to be working on my third row with my double crochet. I mean to say with my half crochet. I think I'll begin like this. I'll begin from this side, and I'll make a chain. So I'll be crocheting and going the other way with half crochet. So on this part, guys, as I'm going to be working on the frontal section, I'm going to be doing the reduction, but my reduction on the frontal section, I'm not going to do it much the way I did with the back section. I'm going to be doing my reduction after every 3 lines. After every 3 lines, I'll be doing one reduction on the final closing, on the final color on top. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, so far this is how I've gone with my work. I'm almost getting this, the third row of my black yarn. So when I complete this row, I'm going to be working on the chest section, and on the chest section I'm going to be doing some reduction. That's on the sides of the arms, the sides of the arm, then the middle part of the dress itself as well. So as I complete this stage, I will show you exactly how many centimeters I'm having, then I show you the next stage that I have to move to. So guys, I'm going to put my work together like this, because this part here, it will be in front, and I'm going to put the buttons on it, like you can see. So that's it. So I'm going to tell you exactly how many centimeters I'm having. So from here I'm having 15 centimeters. So the next thing I need is my stitch marker. So with my stitch marker, I'm going to do the reduction of the side that I'm going to use for the armpit. So for the armpit part, I'm going to reduce from here at least like 4 centimeters from this end to this end. So you can see, so that's it, 4 centimeters. So I'm going to put my stitch marker exactly where the 4 centimeters ends, so that when I begin my work, I'll be working, because I work on this frontal section, then after I'll work on the back section. So on this other way, I'm going to do the same. So I need the same 4 centimeters this way. So here I go, and I put my stitch marker. So these sides, they are going to be on the armpit side. So right now I come back this way, then I'm going to crochet my last row of the black. So on this row that I'm going to work on double stitches up here till I reach the stitch marker. So see you all on the other end, guys. So I'm almost here where the stitch marker is. So when I reach the stitch marker, I'm going to cut my yarn. So here I go. So I'm going to cut my yarn now with my scissors. There I go. So I come to this other section, then I'll also begin from where I've put the stitch marker, and I'll walk straight to the frontal section. So I'm also going to work on double stitches this way. So I'm going to work on my double stitches here till I reach this end. So see you guys on the other end. So guys, I'm almost here on this end. So the next thing, when I finish this roll, I'm going to move next to the yellow yarn, and I'm going to do my reduction on the frontal section. So I'll start doing my reduction, but on this frontal section, that's all my reduction, I'll do it from here, and it will go up like a V neck. Then the neck will actually look like a V, like that. And each time when I want to do my reduction, I'm going to be doing it but on top of the double crochet, on the row of double crochet. So I cut my yarn this way, and I'm going to change it. I'm going to change my yarn. I'm going to come back. I'm going to work back with the yellow yarn. So I'm going to crochet back with my yellow yarn. So here is my yellow yarn. So I will pass my crochet this way, then I'll begin. So my first row of my yellow yarn, I'm not going to do any reduction. I'll do my reduction on my second row. So I start my work like this, and I close this yarn already at once, so that the sides are going to be free. Like I earlier said, you can leave the yarn training, so when you finish your work, you now use your distinct needle and you sew them inside. But me, I prefer to put them already inside there, because I just want my work to be neat as I go. I don't need my work to look somehow dirty. So that's why when you're working, you need your needle already with you. So when you have the short yarns training, you use the needle to put them inside. So I do my half crochets all the way to the frontal section. So from here, the next row I'm going to work on double crochet. So it's from this double crochet right now, because this side you are seeing, I'm going to use it. It's going to be the frontal section of my top. So here what I'll do is I'll put the buttons there. So here I'm going to work on double crochets and I'm going to do my reduction. So here, this is my first stitch that I've reduced, and that's the only stitch that I'm going to reduce on this row. The other ones I'm just going to crochet straight to the other point. So the frontal section of my dress is going to look like a V. It's going to have the V shape. So I'm almost on this side, guys. So I do this stitch, then one more, which is the last stitch. Then I move to the next row, to the third row. So on this third row, I'm going to work on half crochets. On the third row, I'm going to work on half crochets to the frontal section. So see you all on the other side, guys. So guys, here I go. I'm almost to this other end. So my last stitch. So I'm going to work on my fourth row of the yellow. So on this fourth row, I'm going to use double crochet. So I'll do the reduction again. I'm going to do the reduction here on my first 2 crochets. Double crochet, I do my reduction, then I work and I go. So see you all on the other side, guys. So guys, I'm almost on this end, like you can see. So this is my last row with the yellow. When I finish with this row, I'm going to change my yarn. So I'm going to move next to with a green color. From here I'm going to move with a green color. So my needle, my scissors, I cut my yarn. I remove it, then I turn my work. So now the next row I'm going to work with half crochets. So I do my 2 chain, then I begin my work. From here So this I'm going to continue with half crochets on this row. See, I reach the other end, guys. And this is my first row of with the green. Here I put directly here because I did a reduction there. I almost forgot. So the next row I'm going to work on is on double crochet. So on this double crochet I'm going to do one reduction here, so I continue with the double crochets. See, I reach the other end. So see you all on the other end, guys. So I'm almost here, guys. So after this, then my third row is with the half crochet. My last stitch, then I walk back here with half crochets. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, here I go. I'm here. One and the last. So next I move to the next row. My next row is with the double crochets. Then I work this way. So here I'm going to do reduction, then I continue with my double crochet. See, I reach the other way. So you see you all on the other way, guys. So guys, I'm here. This is my last row with the green. So after the green I'm going to move next to the red, and on this line, on this section of the red, I'm going to do reduction on both sides. Right now I'm going to reduce in front and I reduce on this other side, so my reduction is going to be done both sides, on this way and this way. So after that's the first line, after when I started doing my reduction, is the black, the yellow, the green. So when I move to the red now, I'm going to do the reduction on both sides, here and here, in front and back. So this row that I'll begin is going to be with the red yarn, and it's going to be double crochet. So I put my yarn like that and I do my chain. So my reduction is going to be here. I'm going to reduce here. So that's my reduction, my first reduction here. So when I reach on the frontal section where I've been reducing, I will also reduce there. So these yarns, I will make sure that all of them are inside, that none is trailing. So guys, if you are working on your own dress and you find it out that this you get a lot of disturbance with this yarn that I put inside at once, I think it will be better. I will recommend it you to sew them inside with your needle after you finish your work. or you can sew them immediately as you work. You make them inside, but always pass them inside the same colors. Don't take the green and you sew it inside the red, because it's obviously going to show. So if it's like here, I'm working with the red and the other line down is green, I'm putting the two colors, the green and the red, inside, and one cannot easily notice it. But if not, if you take it, for example, you take the yellow here and you sew it and you come up with it here, it's obviously going to show. So to make your work to look perfect, you always sew it directly inside the color. So keep going, guys. So I'm going to do a reduction here, some on the side, then I put my last stitch, then I'm going to work back with half crochet. So here I go, put my last stitch, then I'm going to work on a double stitch on the next row. So on this row I'm going to do a reduction on both sides, on both on this end and this other end there. So I do my reduction here, then my last stitch, sorry, my last stitch, then I come back. So this is my last row with the red yarn. So this last row I'm going to work on half crochets. So when I reach that other end, I'm going to change the yarn and I'll come back with the black yarn. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, I'm here. So yeah, I cut my yarn, then I'm going to move next with the black yarn to this other row with the black yarn. So here is my black yarn, and this row I'm going to be working on is double crochet. So I'm going to do my reductions directly on the both sides right now. So I'll start from here. I'll do my first reduction here, and I continue my work in my normal way. So here I'm going to do my reduction here. I reduce, then I do my last stitch. So I come up. So this roll, this black yarn, it's going to be my last section of my work. So from this, after this, the next thing that I'll be doing is I'll now work on the section where I'm going to put my hands, the hands, because the hands of the dress, they are going to be tiny, they're going to be small. So now I'm just rounding up here. So from here I'll move to the other side, and I'm going to work exactly the way I've just done on this other section. So I hope you have taken good note the way I work on this section, because the other section I'm just going to follow exactly the steps that I've done here. So here I'm going to do my reduction, then I reach the other way, I do my one reduction there as well. So I do this, the last reduction, and I put my last stitch, and I'm going to come back with my last crochets. So here I'm working on the half crochets. So my last another list, from here I'll cut my yarn, then I put my work, and you see exactly what I'm having there. So that's my end result of this side, So on this other section I'm just going to work exactly the way I've worked here. I will do I'll do this, the yellow, green. So when I move next to the red, I'll do reduction on both sides, this side and this side. But as from this side I just reduce, but here I did not reduce. Here you can see it's up straight. So it's when I arrive here, I start doing the reduction on both sides here and the other section. Sorry guys. So from here I'm going to continue my work. So here I'm going to work with the yellow yarn, and I'm going to work just exactly how I did the other way. Then I'll show you all the end result when I am done on the side. So I begin with the yellow, the way I begin there. So this row I'm working on the half stitches. So see you all on the other end guys. When I finish with the row, I'll show you and you see how it's going to look like. So guys, here I'm working on my second to the last row of this second section with the black yarn. So right now when I finish, I'm going to show you all how my work look like, how the frontal section of my top will look like. Then the next thing, I'm going to move to the back. So my last stitch, that's my last stitch. let me put the two sides together and we see what it gives. So you can see, so this is the frontal section. You see these ends, they are having the V shape. From here it's having the V. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move to the back section. So on the back section I'm going to follow the same reduction just the way I've done in front. I'll do the same reduction. So this stitch marker this way, and this one, this stitch marker, I'm going to remove it, then I'll bring it behind on the same hole just the way I did in front. The same centimeters on the side, the same on the other side. So right now I'm going to begin my crochet from this way and I'm going to crochet down that other way. So the back section I'm going to go up with it straight, then I'll only reduce on the sides when I'm closer to the neck. So let me turn my work this way and I take my black yarn because I have one more line left here with the black. So I'll begin from here and I'll be crocheting the other way. So this, on this row I'm going to work on double crochet because the third row of the black was half crochet. So I'm going to be working on double crochet from this end. See, I reach the other end the other way. So see you all on the other way, guys. Okay guys, I'm closer to the stitch marker. So when I arrive the stitch marker, I'm going to change my yarn. So I cut my yarn because I'm having 4 rows now. Then I'm going to move next with the yellow yarn. So here is my yellow yarn. So here, on this row I'm going to work on half crochets. From here I reach the other section, so I reach that other side. So see you all on the other end, guys, with my half crochets. You can look at the work, how it look like. So guys, I'm almost here. So when I finish with this row, I turn my work, I do the double crochet, then I'll turn my work, I turn my work and I continue with double crochets on this row. So guys, from this row I'm going to continue working like this. I'm going to work like this straight till I reach here. When I reach on this the roll of the red yarn, then I'm going to do the reduction on the side of the necks. then I'll show you exactly how I'll crochet there. So guys, see you all on the other end as I go with my double crochet. When I reach up that way, I'm going to show you, because so now there's nothing that important that or anything special that I need to show you. I'll only show you when I reach, after I finish with the green and I start with the red, I'll show you what next that I'll be doing on the back section. See you all on the other end, guys. So guys, now I'm working on the red section, the red yarn section, and this is my first row of the red yarn. So when I finish with this first section of this first row of the red, then I'm going to do the reduction of the neck of the back. So I'm going to reduce 6 centimeters. So I'll show you guys how I will do my reduction when I'm done here. So you can see that from where I started doing the reduction of the back till I reach here, I've just been crocheting straight up. I've not been doing any reduction like I did in front. So this is the first place that I'm going to begin my reduction on the back. So here I go with my last stitch. So you can see, so here is my work, and I'm going to tell you how many centimeters altogether that I had before I reduced the back. So altogether my work was 22 centimeters before I moved to the back. So here I'm going to remove those stitch markers because I'll need them when so to reduce the back, I'm going to put my work this way. I'm going to put the side like this equally. Then I'm going to use my tape. This is my tape. So I'll put it like this from here, from this side to here. So I'm going to reduce 6 centimeters. So I had 6 centimeters here. So I'm going to put my crochet here. I'm going to put my stitch marker there. Then the other stitch marker, I'm going to put it here where that's 6 centimeters. Then I'm going to open my work back. So if you open it directly like this, you see altogether it's going to make 12 centimeters. If you measure from here to here, you'll be 12 centimeters, but when you put it like this before you measure, it's 6 centimeters. So right now I'm going to be working. So I'm going to do reduction. I'm going to do the reduction from this section. From this section I'm going to reduce from here. So I'm going to go with my double crochet on this row. So here I do my reduction, then my last stitch there, then I turn my work, then I work here. My third row is half crochets as well. So I turn my work back. Then I do double crochets. So when I reach where the stitch marker is, I'm going to do another reduction. So here I do one reduction, then my last stitch, and I cut my yarn. So I come back, I change my yarn. The next yarn that I'm going to move to is with the black yarn, and this will be the last color for this section. After this, I'm going to work on the hands. So here, my first row with the black, I'm going to work with half crochets, since I work on the last row of red with double crochet. So this one, obviously, it's going to be half crochets. My last stitch, and I go to the next row, my second row of the black. So this other yarn that is training, what I'm going to do with is I'm going to cut, because I don't need any yarn training. I cut it. Sorry. So here I'm going to, when I reach that other end there, I'm going to do another reduction, because this row is double crochet. So I reduce one stitch here. I'm going to reduce one stitch, in my last crochet, then I work on my last row with the black. So when I finish with this row, I'm going to turn the other side, and I do the same thing just the way I've done here. So here I go, I cut my yarn, then I move to this other side. This other side, I use my red yarn, and I finish my 3 more rows left with the red. So this side I'm going to do just exactly how I did the other way. So here I'm going to reduce my first stitch from the stitch marker, reduce my first stitch, then I continue going with my normal stitches. So guys, see you all on the other end. So guys, here is my last row on this other hand. So when I finish with this, I'm going to be working on the hands. I'm going to work on the hands when I finish this row. So here I go, my last stitch. So let me put my work together and we see the outcome.
No way.
Then I finish with the hands.
No.
So you can see guys, here is the top. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of the increase of the hands here. So let me see this portion, how many centimeters exactly I'm having from here now. So from here I'm having, from the hand section, I'm having 14 centimeters. So I'm going to do an increase of 20 centimeters. That's I'm going to add more increase of 10 centimeters. That's 5 in front and 5 behind, which is going to make 20 centimeters. So I'm going to continue from here. So this is my yarn. So here is my stitch marker. I'm going to put it there so that I should be sure when I'm doing my measurement of where exactly I begin, because the hands, they are going to be all with the same colors. So I'm going to continue with the hands from here up. So guys, I'm going to increase 20 centimeters, then I'll put them together. So see you guys on the other side. So guys, I'm still on the hands of my dress. So this second to the last arm. Then from here I'm going to cut my yarn and I'll put the hands together. Then from there I will be doing the finishing of the dress. So this is my last row here. I finish it now, then I do my finishing. So here I go, take my scissors, I cut the yarn a little bit longer because I need the yarn to close it. So these are the two arms, like you can see, that I've worked on. So I'm going to close together like this. I'll close it on the back side. So here is my needle. Put my needle here, then I'll do my closing. My needle and the other side of the hand. So I'll start to close from here. Close from here. just from here. So close well before I cut my yarn, because I don't want when I cut it for it to get open, so I have to close well. Then when I finish closing, I'll pass the yarn inside, then I'll cut it. So here I pass my yarn like this inside, then I'm going to cut the yarn, and I'll do the same on this other yarn training. This one training, I'm going to put it like this, and I just pass it inside because I've already closed very well. But if you want, you can still sew the yarn again as many times as you want. So I come on this other arm, I'm going to do the same closing here. So this is my yarn. So guys, I'm going to do the same with this second arm. Put the two sides together, then I close it. So after I finish closing the two hands, now I'm going to work on the finishing on the arms here, the front part, and the finishing I'm going to do it with the black yarn. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, so far, so this is the top. You can see these are the hands that I've put. So what is left now, what next that I'm going to do, I'm going to be doing the finishing of the dress. So I'm going to work on the sides, all the sides, the hands, then all the sides. So what I'll do is I'll use my black yarn I'll do all the finishing with the black yarn. So I'll begin from this side. This is the first side. I'll work on 3 lines on this first side with a single crochet. So I'm going to do this single crochet like this from here till I reach here where I started doing the reduction the other way. So I'm going to make 3 lines. So from here to here, then I go the other side, I do 3 lines. Then I'm going to, after that, I'm going to show you how I'll end the work, or with the 3 lines this way first, 3 the other side, then after I'll continue, I'll see add more 3, so each side will have 6 single crochet, 6 single crochet. So guys, see you on the other end. So it's single crochet till I reach where I've just shown you. So guys, here I'm going to put the last hole for the button, then I go, and the next thing is I'm going to cut my yarn. I'll cut my yarn and I remove it. So I'll come back here. Right now I'll come back and I'm going to do the single crochets. I'm going to work on the single crochets till I reach this end. So I'm going to add more 3 lines. So right now I'm going to be working from this section down to this other section up where the hands are. So I'll begin from here. So where I have the hole for the button, I'm going to do my crochets on top of the hole so that the hole will stay down. Then from there I continue with my normal single crochet as I'm going to be working and going up with my single crochet or through till I reach the position of the hand. So guys, see you all when I reach the hands. See you all when I arrive here on top this way with my single crochets. So guys, I'm getting here, so I'll make my last stitch here, slim, then I'm going to turn and I'll walk back here. I'll walk back down, with my same single crochets. Let me increase my yarn. My yarn is almost getting, I do increase. So I continue like this. See, I come down the other way. So see you guys on the other end. So guys, I'm almost here on the downer section. So this, when I arrive here now and I'll turn my work back, I walk back, that will be my last row. So right now I'm going to walk back all the way to this other section here, then I will cut my yarn. That will be, this row is my last row. So I'm having 6 rows of the single crochet in front, and when I'll go the other section the other way, I'll work on the same 6 rows, but the difference there will just be that I'm not going to create these buttonholes. You can see these buttonholes that I create here. That's the second, this is the first, the second, the third, and the fourth here. So on the other row, I'm not going to create any hole for the buttons. I'm just going to work on the 6 rows. I'm going to add more 3 rows because I already have 3, so it will make 6 rows. So guys, see you on the other end. So guys, I'm almost coming to the end of this section. So my final stitch, I make it slim, then I'm going to cut. So you can see here I'm having 3 rows of single crochet. So this other way down I'm having 6 rows of single crochet. So I made the first 2 rows, then the third, when I was working on the third row, I created the holes for the button. Like you can see, this the first, this the second, this the third, and this the fourth. And I made the holes small because I'm going to use but the small buttons. You can see the buttons that I'll use, it's going to be the small buttons. That's why. But if you want to use the big buttons, you can create their holes to be big. So I cut my yarn, then I'm going to close it inside. I put it on my needle, then I put it inside. Here I go. Then I cut my yarn. So that's it. So I'm done with this section, So now I'm going to work on that other section, then I'll come and I'll work on the arms here. So on this section, I'm going to begin my work from here. So here is my yarn. Here's my yarn. I put it, then here, these ones, I'm going to leave them. I'll sew them because I'll sew them inside. I'll sew all of them inside. So all of them inside, because this way I don't need any hole. So this is my 4th row on this other section, which I need 6 row. So guys, see you on the other end. So guys, I'm almost on the final end on this my second section. So here I put my last crochet, then I'm going to cut. I cut it, then I use my needle and I put the yarn inside. Put it this way, hidden. So here I go. So I cut. So like you can see how it is. So here down I've done 6 lines of single stitches, then up this way to the arm section I've crocheted 3 rows of single crochets. So the next thing I'm going to work on is this armpit. So on the armpit section I'm going to crochet 3 rows of the single crochet. So I'll begin from here, guys. I'll begin from here. Put my yarn that way. Then I start going down with my single stitches. So I'm going to crochet with my single stitches all around till I reach this other section. Then I'll come back with the second row, then I go back with the third row, and I'll be done. Then one more thing will be left that I'm going to show you, which is going to be the final of my rasta top. So guys, see you all on the other end. So guys, here I go. I'm almost on this other side. So this is my first row that I've done with the half with the single crochet. So I'm going to close here. You can see I begin from here. I've come all the way to this other end of the hand, and I'm stopping where I begin with the black yarn. So right now I'm going to crochet back my second row to the other end. So when I reach the other end, I will come back, and that will be my final row with the black yarn with the single crochet. And that's the finishing of my armpit side of the hands. So guys, see you all on the other end. So guys, I'm coming to the final end of my single crochet of my arms. So this my final finishing. So when I finish with this arm, right now I'm going to show you how my work look like. Then the next thing I'm going to show you is the extension that I have to include on the dress. So my needle, and I sew the yarn inside. So always turn it this way. So here I go. I cut. So right now I put this other yarn here inside also. Like it. So this is the importance of your needle. When you're working, your needle need to be beside you, so that when you're doing finishing like this, you have to use the needle to sew the yarns, or the yarn that they are training, you sew them inside. So here, let me put the top, and you see. So here is the top. Here is the top so far. So when I'm going to put the buttons, I'm going to show you exactly how it will be like. So obviously one side will be like that, and the buttons will be down, and I'll close. So the next thing that I have to do is, there's an extension that I have to include on this dress. So I have to do an extension, and it will fall down like a gown. So what I'm going to do is, I'll pass the extension this way, then I come with it on the back like that, then I begin to do the crochet. So I'm going to pass it this way. So this is my yarn here, of course. So I'll put it here. Then I'll start it like my small elastic coat. And if you don't mind, when you are doing your own crochet dress and you want to increase this particular extension, what you can do is you can do the extension apart, then you come and attach it there. But me, I just want to attach it at once on it because I have a means that I can do. So this part that I'm crocheting is replacing the section that people usually make the chain. So yeah, I like to create my own chain this way because when I create this way, it's not going to tight, it's going to be pulling at least. But when you make it like a chain, it's sometimes it gets so tight that someone want to wear a dress, the person faces difficulties. But when you make it like this, it's a little bit like the elastic. It functions a little bit just like the elastic coat. So I still have a little bit more step to go. See, so here I go. So now I'm going to add one more, then I'll attach it the other way. So my attachment, I'll bring it, see, the same position where I attach that way, I'm going to attach this way, the same, you see. Then I continue this extension. I'm going to work on it all around. It's going to be around the dress from the front to the back. So here I'm going to attach here as well. Attach here as well. Then I continue going. So I continue going with my extension like that. See, I come back to this other section, guys. So see you all on the other end. So guys, I almost on the other, I've increased the other side enough for me. So what I'm going to do here, you see this part I put here. So I'm going to do the attachment again on this other section of the arm here, like this. Do the extension there, come out, then I come back to my elastic coat, then I still bring it in here, then I pass on top of it like this behind. So here I attach it this other way, then I remove all my yarn, then I come back here and I see attach it. All this thing I'm using my crochet hook. You can use your needle. Maybe it will be better for you to do the extension apart, then after you come and attach it to the dress. But if you don't mind, you can do it directly like this, but I find out doing it directly attached like this is a little bit more difficult than how you can do the extension apart, then you come and attach on the dress. So I continue going with my elastic coat, guys. See you on the other end. So guys, so this is the extension behind, how it look. So this is the extension. I continue with it behind. So right now I'm going to do the attachment this other way, where I'm having my crochet hook. So let me turn my work this way. So I'm going to do the attachment here. Here. I pass my crochet again. Then I come back. That's it. Then I continue going with the extension. I continue with the extension like that. See, I come back to this other end here, guys. So see you all on the other end. So guys, I'm almost on the other end. So this is my last extension. So I'm going to put it back here where I begin with the other one. So I'm going to make a slim stitch directly. I take it this way, then I adjust the extension again, then I make a short one to just join here. So you can see here. So I'm going to finalize the place here with this. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of difficulties here. Then there, here I go. So that's it. So I've done the extension all around. You can see. So that extension that I've done, I have to work on top of it. I have to work on top of this extension. Then I'm going to show you how I'll go. So guys, the next thing I have to do now is I have to work with some stitches on top of this, my extension that I've done all around on top of the dress. So I'm going to be working on it directly. So this is how I'm going to do my stitches. So each row I'm going to work on 4 double stitch then I give a space, I move to the next 4 chain, then the next see. So this how all the stitches that I'm going to work on top of this extension that I've done, this is how they are going to look. So I continue going. Continue going like that. See, I come back to that very position where I begin. Each row 4 double crochet. When I make 2 double crochet, I make a chain, I make another 2 double crochet in the same row, I make a chain, then I move to the next. And see, that's what I'm having for the beginning. So I continue going until I come all around to the extension. So guys, see you all on the other end. So these stages I'm going to be working on 2 row because double stitches, they are bigger, so I'm going to work on 2 rows. So I'm going to work on 2 rows of black, and I work on 2 rows of red, green, then we see how it's going to be. So see you all on the other end. So guys, I'm almost arriving the position where I begin. So I'm going to put this one here. Then I close my work. Here I go. So I'm going to go around again once more. I'm going to work again on top of the 4 double crochets once more. So I do the same thing just the way I've done with the first row. You can see I put 2 double crochet, I make a chain, then I go back in the same row and I put 2 more double crochet, I make a chain, I move to the next. In the middle I put 2 double crochet, a chain, back to the same row, 2 double crochet, a chain. So I skip this space and I come to this one in the middle here. Chain, chain, So after every 2 double crochet, I make a chain. So I make a chain and I go back with 4 double crochet in the same hole. I make a chain, I skip there and I go back to the middle. So I continue my work. See you all on the other end, guys. So guys, here is my second row. So when I finish with this second roll of my black yarn, I'm going to change the yarn and I'll move next to the next color. So each roll I'm going to make two. Each color I'm going to work on two rows. So here, then I close here with a slim stitch. Then I use my scissors, I cut my yarn. I cut my yarn. Then I put inside directly. So I put inside like this. Like that, and I come back inside. So that's it. And I cut the final. So you can see, so this is my first 2 rows of my black yarn. So the next yarn that I'm going to move on, I'm going to move on directly with the green because I want to follow these colors. Normally I was supposed to move to red, but red is of no use because it's not going to show the red position. So I'll move directly to the green. So here is my green yarn. So I'll begin in the same position. I make my chain, then I begin in the normal way that I was working. So chain, and I move next, chain, so guys, all through on this particular section, this is how I'm going to continue my work till I reach the final size of the extension that I want. So you can see what I'm having. So guys, see you all on the other end. So guys, here is my top. I'm still working on the finishing. So I'm still working on my single stitch on the finishing of my Rasta top. So all the entire front stitch I have to use under the single stitches to finish it. So like you can see right here, I added the yellow and the green colors to make it to look more beautiful, and all this space I use just the single stitches to crochet. So I keep going, guys. So see you all on the other end. So guys, right now I'm on my second to the last row of the black yarn. So here I go. When I turn my work this way now, I'm going to this the last row. So from here I'm going to crochet up here, then I'll arrive this other section where the black is, then I will stop. So I continue with my half stitches, guys. So see you all on the other end, guys. So here I go. So to make a turn to come this way, I'm going to put 2 single stitch on that first hole here, then I will just turn like that, turn like that. You see, it's going to give a good round space this way, you can see. Then I just continue going with my single stitch. So my reason of coming up this way with this black is because I want the entire of my work to be finished with black. You see, this downer section is black, so this upper section I also want it, the finishing, to be with black yarn. If not, if you don't like it this way, you can just leave your work this way. But me, I think, to me, I love it with the black. The black makes it to look somehow different to me. Everything black. So you could use any yarn to do your finishing. It's all depend on you. So here I go. So I close my work there. Then I'm going to cut my yarn. I cut my yarn. Then I will sew it. So guys, I'm almost getting to the final end of my crochet top. So this single line I'm having here, it's going to be the final line of the final row of my crochet top, the decoration section. So this the last. So, and I make a slim stitch here, then I'm going to cut, then I'm going to sew this yarn outside in, like that. I always like to sew it in and out so that the work cannot easily get destroyed. Then I cut. So now I'm going to do some decoration here. I'm going to do some decoration in this frontal section. So I'm going to begin from here, guys. So here is my yarn. I'm going to put my hook here, then I'm going to make a chain. Let me just say 3 chain here, then I come back here and I make a slim stitch. So I'm going to make the next chain. I come back here, come back to this hole, then I make a slim stitch here. So I make a chain, 3 chain, come back here, then I go in front and I make a slim stitch because I want, like you can see, I don't know if you are seeing well, this black somehow, sometimes black is really complicated, you cannot see well with the black yarn. So I keep on moving like that. So when I make a chain, I come back under here and make a slim stitch, then I come to the next place and I put. So you see, this is what is going, it's like decoration. So I've already put the buttons of the top as well, guys. After this, I'm going to be showing you the complete dress, how it look like, how it look. So I keep on going and see. So see you all on the other side, guys. So guys, you can see here is the final end of the dress, and this is the inner section. You can all see here is the inner section. The frontal section is having the buttons, so I'm going to spread it down so that you can see clearly how because this table is too small, spread it on the floor so that you see exactly how it is. So guys, you can all see, so that's the top I've spread on the floor. You can all see how it is. So that's the inner section, how it is. So when you put this, it will fall down on top of the dress. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching, guys. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe on my channel. So that's how it's going to be, the top and the pants. Thank you all for watching, guys.